This video is made possible by my patrons on Patreon. Hello everyone, my name is Xiomaro and welcome to a little preview of what's to come on the channel. So last week I explained that I'm going to be making some changes to the channel, and honestly I was just kind of giving people a heads up so it wasn't a shock when I suddenly start doing different content, but I was genuinely so happy with the response, so thank you all for being so supportive. I'll be honest, I was kind of scratching my head thinking about what to cover today. I thought it would seem kind of weird to do a video about changing the content on my channel and then going straight back into a Battlerite video the next week. Although, heads up, I'll still be doing Battlerite content, so expect that later this week and continuing in the future as well. So, I didn't want to do a Battlerite video today, but actually there are still a few things I need to prepare before jumping straight into new content. First of all, I don't want to just copy and paste my Battlerite format into other games. For some of the ideas I have, it's gonna need a totally different setup, and there are actually some contraptions I'd like to build to help make the content as high quality as possible. The other thing is, I'm going away to Spain in about a week. You guys know my first priority is always creating content that is as well thought out as possible. But actually, this platform we're on, YouTube, has a few quirks. And one of those quirks is the dreaded algorithm. Long story short, no one really knows how it works because Google keep the specifics very close to their chest. But I believe there's a lot to be said for momentum. So when I kick into doing new content, I want to really run with it. And if I do a couple of videos and then disappear for 10 days, that's going to totally kill the momentum. So although I've said I'll be doing new content, it may be a few weeks until it really starts. But when it does, you can expect a lot of it. And now with added contraptions. So for that reason, you might see a slight lull in activity from me, and if you do, know that it's because I'm preparing for what's to come. Everything will kick off big time around the 10th of September, so here's a little preview of what you can expect. So the reason I'm making a contraption is so I can show my face a little more often. For video games, I'll mostly still just use in-game footage to demonstrate what I'm talking about. But when I'm talking about tabletop gaming, I think it might help to actually speak into a camera. With video games, you obviously have plenty of moving images to work with, so having a camera going as well seems kind of superfluous unless you're on Twitch. With tabletop gaming, you're mostly just working with pen and paper, so you kind of need some footage to work with. I really wanted to do an introduction to tabletop gaming today, but I just don't have the equipment to make the video to the standard I'd like yet. So what about the general gaming stuff? Well, Battlerite is still one of my favorite games. Despite all the moaning lately, I still love it. For me, it just has that raw skill feeling that very few other games on the market right now can provide. The gaming industry right now is just full of Skinner box progression systems, luck mechanics, and participation medals. Overwatch. Battlerite is one of the few games where, if you keep losing, more often than not, you're probably doing something wrong. You can't blame gear, you can't blame luck. Maybe you can blame your teammates, but in Battlerite you can carry more easily than in other team games. And those are the things I really like about the game, so I'll continue talking about it for as long as I keep playing it and as long as you guys are still interested in it. But I'm excited about having the flexibility to talk about other games too. I'll most likely just talk about games I'm interested in, but game reviews are not out of the question. I'd love to try some Total Biscuit style reviews for lesser known games, but with my own presentation style. That's probably something for a little further in the future though. The thing I'm most excited about right now is Dungeons and Dragons. And by the sound of things, a lot of you guys are really into this too. If you're not into it already, I'll be doing some easy to digest videos about it. Tabletop gaming seems really daunting when you first look at the rules. When you're faced with stuff like this, it can make your brain spin. But actually, I think there are ways to ease yourself into the whole thing, and I'd like to help with that. I think at this point, everyone has at least heard of Dungeons and Dragons, but if you're out of the loop with this sort of stuff, if you take a look at what's happening with tabletop gaming right now, you'd be genuinely shocked at how popular it's becoming. Last year was D&D's best-selling year on record. Back in 2016, 5th edition had already outsold 3rd and 4th edition, and I wouldn't be surprised if by now 5th edition was one of, if not the bestseller of all time for D&D. I'm struggling to find exact stats on this, so if any of you know, let me know down in the comments. I know that they don't have great records on 1st and 2nd edition sales, so it might be impossible to tell for sure. Regardless, Dungeons and Dragons seems to be transcending its old reputation as a game for either basement-dwelling neckbeards or Satan worshippers. Seriously, who the hell came up with that stuff? I think tabletop gaming has been somewhat misunderstood for a long time, and I think the future for the whole genre is really exciting. I think it's absolutely crazy that D&D's best year on record was in the age of Fortnite, World of Warcraft, and League of Legends. We have so much choice when it comes to video games, and I think it's testament to what a great experience pen and paper RPGs can be. I've been absolutely obsessed with it for a while now, so I'm really excited to actually talk about it and maybe get some of you guys into it too. So in the meantime, just hang tight. You might not see any big changes right away, but in 3 weeks' time you'll be seeing a lot of new content. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you soon.